One thing I genuinely wish I knew before I started cake decorating is that nobody, and I mean nobody, starts out making those perfect Instagram cakes. Because why was I expecting my first cakes to look like they were made by Body Valastro himself? Meanwhile, my buttercream was looking stressed, my cake layers were fighting for balance, and I somehow still believed I was one tutorial away from greatness. When I first started decorating cakes, every small mistake used to pain me emotionally. If the buttercream wasn't smooth, bad mood. If the cake leaned small, I'm questioning my entire baking career. If the ganache had bubbles, suddenly I need space and time to heal. Meanwhile, experienced bakers are calmly fixing mistakes like it's absolutely nothing, and that used to confuse me so much. Because how are you fixing a cracked cake with peace of mind while I'm internally writing resignation letter from baking? One thing nobody tells beginner bakers is that clean cakes come from repetition, not vibes. Because tell me why I thought watching 72 cake videos automatically meant I could decorate perfectly on the first try. I really believed I would watch one tutorial at 2 a.m. and wake up spiritually transformed into a luxury cake artist. Meanwhile, my scraper and I were still enemies, and honestly, social media can make you feel like everybody got good overnight. But what you don't see are the ugly practice cakes, the failed designs, the buttercream that refused to cooperate, the cakes people cried over before they finally improved. Because trust me, every experienced baker you admire today has had at least one cake that looked personally offended. Also, I wish I knew that simple designs can actually look very expensive. Back then, hey, I thought luxury meant adding everything together: flowers, gold leaves, sprinkles, balls, glitter, texture, wafer paper, sparklers, maybe even generator. I thought the more decorations I had, the more expensive the cake would look. Meanwhile, sometimes the cleanest cakes are the most elegant. That's actually why I love wafer paper design so much. They are soft, delicate, classy, and they don't need to do too much. And honestly, that's something I've learned with cake decorating in general. Everything doesn't need to scream. Sometimes soft details and clean finishing do all the talking. And another thing I had to learn the hard way is that rushing cake decorating is a scam. The moment you say, let me just finish this cake quickly, that's exactly when the cake starts misbehaving. Suddenly, your whipped cream is melting, the scraper is fighting you, the turntable develops serious attitude. One side looks cute, the other side looks spiritually attacked. And somehow, your once beautiful cake is now testing your patience and your blood pressure at the same time. Back then, I used to rush because I thought fast bakers were better bakers. But now I realize patience is actually what makes cakes look polished, especially with delicate designs like this. Sometimes the smallest adjustments makes the biggest difference. Even repositioning one wafer paper ruffle slightly can completely change the final look. And can we talk about confidence? Because I used to think talented bakers just woke up confident. Like I thought one day I would suddenly become fearless and start decorating cakes without second guessing myself. Meanwhile, confidence actually comes from decorating plenty ugly cakes first. Confidence comes from practice, from mistakes, from redoing designs, from learning how to fix errors instead of panicking over them. The cakes I make confidently today are designs I once struggled so badly with. And that's something beginner bakers really need to hear. Because sometimes you look at experienced bakers and assume everything comes naturally to them. No, baby, we also struggled. We also had shaky hands. We also had uneven frosting. We also had cakes we absolutely refused to post online. So if you're a beginner baker watching this, please relax. You're not failing because your cakes are not perfect yet. You're literally learning. Your favorite baker also had chaotic cake errors. Nobody starts perfect. You just keep practicing until your hands finally cooperate with your vision. And one day, the designs that once looked impossible will become your normal. Anyway, this wafer paper ruffle design ate badly and I'm so obsessed with it. But honestly, if you're a beginner baker watching this, I hope this video encourages you to keep practicing, because trust me, your hands really do get steadier with time. And the designs frustrating you today might become the designs you make effortlessly one day. Why am I just realizing I didn't even introduce myself this whole time? I've been talking like we've known each other since 2019. Hi, my name is Fifi. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a cake artist and a part-time fighter of stubborn cakes. And yes, I know I kind of disappeared from YouTube for a while. I really went missing in action, but I'm back now and trying to stay consistent on this channel because honestly, I've missed creating content so much. So if you enjoy videos like this, definitely subscribe because we're making plenty more beautiful cakes, tutorials, behind the scene chaos, and baking content on this channel. We're locked in now. Okay, bye. Let me go and admire this cake again because I'm actually obsessed with this wafer paper. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.